Hi guys, so I wanted to do a kind of a different type of video today. Basically it's going to be kind of a movie review, but it will obviously link into the regular type of videos I do. Now the movie is Unsane, so obviously if you want to go see it, haven't seen it yet, don't watch the video because there will be a few spoilers or things that happen obviously as I'm discussing. Now I really want to go see this movie. Look good. Basically, the basic story is this girl gets locked up in a mental institution, and her stalker happens to be one of the doctors. That's the basic premise of the story. You can imagine, obviously, you know how that would feel. But I just think the way that they did it was kind of tasteless. It was in bad taste, and I think it really leaves a bad kind of experience in the mouth for obviously the hospitals, but also you know, for herself and things like that. So yeah, I suppose we'll just dive right in with it. Basically, it starts off where obviously she's moved towns and stuff like that just to get away from her stalker, and she goes to a psychiatrist because obviously you need to talk about things. The psychiatrist says, "Yeah, look, here's some paperwork. It's just regular stuff." She signs it, of course, sends it back. So now, obviously, what happens is she gets taken in. So basically they've tricked her into being held in a mental institution for 24 hours, which first of all is illegal, and second of all, just the way they did it made it feel like, okay, if you go talk to someone and you feel that you're that bad, they're going to put you away for a night. And obviously someone who has been inside that kind of ward in a hospital, it's not a thing that you want to be forced into. It's something that you want to do yourself. It's something that you want to openly go into. As in, if I was forced to stay in them, it would be a completely different story. But anyway, so yeah, basically they go through the protocol, take her bags, they have to undress her to check her for everything, and yeah, nobody explains what's going on to her. Nobody explains why she's been put in there. And then she goes in, she's locked inside a room, and then they eventually explain, you signed it, it's a voluntary thing that you're being put inside. Perfect. Right. So first of all, this woman is perfectly sane. There's no reason for her to be there other than she has insurance. And basically the premise of the movie is that you're being locked up because your insurance are going to pay for it, and they just need to get money, and they need to get a certain amount of numbers in to the hospital every month. So that's kind of a bad taste, leaves a bad picture of the hospitals. And yeah, then you have the other patients who are just so over the top crazy. And I get it's a movie, I get that, but it's just basically like people who they depict the people in there as just completely unsavable. They're going to be in there for their life. They're over the top crazy, and well, as in I was getting quite anxious, I was getting quite angry, to be honest, and this kind of ruined the rest of the film. It might actually be a good film. You might go and enjoy it if you want to go see it too. But as I said, as someone like myself, I just didn't enjoy it. During the film, she gets because obviously she's sane and she's being treated like she's insane, she starts to go a little crazy, and she reacts normally like you would in that situation, and she lashes out, and of course then she gets sedated and this and that. They start messing with her meds, which is another reason people will be like, okay, well, if I go to one of these things, they're going to mess with my meds to keep me in there. If I have money, they're going to mess with my meds to make me seem like I should be in there. They basically put her in solitary confinement, and basically what happens is she's signed off the books, so as if she's left, and she's still in there. So yeah, so basically that means that no one's going to come down for her. So you're saying, alright, if I do go into one of these wards, then basically like I could be forgotten about, and no one's gonna, I could be left alone, no one's gonna know I'm here, and I'll just be forgotten about, and I'll die down there, and so yeah, that's another part of it. And also that the head of the operation is covering up everything. She finds out everything that's happened. They know about the stalker, they know about everything. She covers it all up so she can get money off the insurance. And it just, for me, leaves a really bad taste. And yeah, like I said, people will be like, well, he's being too sensitive, he's overreacting. It's very rare that I get called oversensitive or, I overreact to anything like this, but mental health is a sensitive subject, and if you're feeling down, you don't trust anyone anyway. And I think going to watch this film will make you not want to go talk to someone. If they suggest that the best thing to do is put you in a ward for maybe a week or 2 weeks, or even a night or 2 nights. You know, because the premise is if you go in for a night, you're going in for a week. If you're going for a week, you're going in for 3 or 4, or else you're not coming back out. You know, so yeah, and it just seems that like once you're in there, then they're gonna screw with you to keep you in there because they need to fill them to get money. They, you know, eventually, if you're causing too much trouble, they'll put you in solitary confinement. While you're down there, you could be left down there, and no one's gonna know you're down there, and basically you could die down there, and no one will care. You know, and the people that are in there already, and obviously have their mental disorders, and they're already in there. They're depicted as so crazy, and you know this is it's a realistic film with the camera angles and stuff, the way it's shot like that, and I did appreciate that, but the people in there portrayed as so crazy that would really turn you off. Like if you have mental health and you think you're a danger to yourself, then you're not going to want to go in there. Now they're not a nice place to be in general anyway, but you know you're going to say I'm definitely not going there because I don't belong here with these people, and it's not that bad. You know, you obviously get people with all different mental disorders and that, but it's not like they're not going to be, you know, chewing their hair and waiting till you fall asleep to cut you. You know, it's not like that at all. It's just, you know, some of them might talk to themselves, but sure, everyone does. You know, they just have someone else they're actually talking to. You know, they have a reason for it. You know, so it's just, I thought it kind of triggered me, and I really couldn't enjoy it. I got quite anxious and quite angry during it, to be honest. And yeah, I just think that the directors and that they just did a really bad job of portraying it. I think it could have been a good movie. I think the way they portrayed everything was just in bad taste, as I said. And you know, for myself personally, it really kind of made me worry about, you know, people who are in a worse place, or you know, if I had gone to see it 3 months ago, if it was out, it really definitely would have set me back again. So I just wanted to kind of, you know, talk about that, and you know, maybe if you guys have thoughts on it, or if you guys have seen it, then let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks.